Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today you've asked us to take a closer look at Miranda Hill. It's a new residential project popping up in North Kiara, Kuala Lumpur. So our mission, really, is to cut through the details, pull out the key insights, and tell you why this one might actually matter.
Yeah, and what's interesting here, I think, is how Miranda Hill seems positioned. It's not just, another condo. It looks like it's being set up strategically, maybe as a long-term resilient asset in what's, let's face it, a pretty dynamic market.
Okay, right, let's unpack that then. Miranda Hill. It's from BRDB, who are, well, they're pretty reputable, aren't they? And it's freehold, low density. Just 552 units on, nearly 8 acres? 7.84 acres. Now, freehold, just quickly for anyone maybe not familiar, means you own the land too, which is a big plus.
Yeah.
But here's what caught my eye. It's on the highest point in North Kiara, like 40 meters above the road level around it. That's pretty significant. You're getting views, sure, but maybe cleaner air, a bit removed from the street noise, sort of an urban sanctuary feel.
Right.
Plus, they're dedicating over half the land, 56.5% to greenery, and it's got Green RE certification.
And that greenery certification, that's Malaysia's own standard for sustainable building. It's quite rigorous. So this commitment to low density, what did you say, 70.4 units per acre, that's remarkably low for KL, really. And the sustainability focus, it's crucial. I'd say it acts almost like a structural hedge, against market swings and also against what we sometimes call obsolescence oversupply, older buildings just not keeping up. So you could argue it's a future-proof asset, built for lasting value, premium positioning, not just a quick turnaround.
A structural hedge. Okay, that's a strong term. What pitfalls does it avoid then, specifically, beyond just being new? How does it earn that?
Well, think about it. Lots of developments, they start looking dated pretty fast, right? Design trends change. Maybe the upkeep isn't great. Miranda Hill's focus, it seems, is on more timeless designs, solid construction. BRDB has a reputation for that. Plus, that sustainability certification. It means lower running costs over time, potentially, and it's built to, stay relevant. That's key for long-term value, isn't it?
Right, makes sense. And beyond the views and all that green space, which probably helps with air quality and noise too, like you said, there are the amenities. Over 40 of them. Resort style. Things like a 50-meter salinated pool. That's different, gentler than chlorine, right?
Yes, it is. Less harsh on the skin.
And co-working spaces, a gym, even a specific garden for pets. And yeah, that BRDB name carries weight. It's a quality signal in Malaysia. These amenities, they're not just frills. They support a certain lifestyle, making it attractive for people living there, but also maybe for renters down the line.
Exactly. And connecting that to the bigger picture,
Yeah.
The location, it seems quite deliberately chosen. It feels like a natural extension of Mont Kiara, which is obviously quite affluent. And it's only 450 meters from the French School of Kuala Lumpur. That's a definite pull factor for expat families thinking about rentals. But the real kicker, the long-term catalyst, I think, is its direct link, or rather, its proximity to the confirmed MRT3 Circle Line. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's happening.
Okay, the MRT3. And that timing aspect you mentioned seems really important here, doesn't it? The project completion is estimated for Q1 2028. And the MRT3 land acquisition phase is expected around the end of 2026. So what that suggests for you listening, whether you're thinking of living there or investing, is that the timing could be pretty spot on to catch the wave of value uplift as that infrastructure becomes, real and then operational.
It lines up nicely. But there are always things to consider, aren't there? Miranda Hill offers these large layouts, good for families, like 3+1 bedrooms with 3 car parks. That's generous. And dual key options, too, for flexibility. Maybe rent out a section. Great for investors, potentially. But investors will need to be patient. Initially, you're relying on cars until that MRT3 is actually running, which, let's be honest, will take a few years, even after 2028. And a really key point for due diligence. We don't know the estimated maintenance fees yet. They're not public. That's pretty critical for figuring out long-term costs and your actual net rental returns.
Good point. So our deep dive suggests Miranda Hill is shaping up to be a meticulously designed, quite premium place. It offers that rare mix of being near the city buzz, but also having that hillside quiet. They seem to have thought about the long game.
I agree. It seems to balance that inherent exclusivity, the low density, the views, with the strategic future connectivity from the MRT. It makes it a compelling idea, I think, for owner-occupiers wanting a solid family home, and also for patient investors looking for that capital growth down the track. It really feels designed for tomorrow, not just today.
So for you, our listener, here's something to maybe mull over. Think about major infrastructure projects confirmed for your area. like an MRT line or maybe a new highway interchange. How might those reshape property values and even your own living choices over the next, say, 10 years? It's a powerful force.